Uganda, hello Africa. My name is Mkisa Amon and I welcome you to the first ever episode of Gather Now. Today we're going to talk about Bududa in general. What were the effects of Bududa as people in Uganda? How did it affect us? So you need to join me in a few minutes as I talk about it with my fellow youths. Here we go with my fellow youths, and we're live and direct from Midtown Diners in just here opposite at Centenary Park, and we're here to talk about Bududa in general. I need to first introduce my on my left hand side I have Juko. Ashra, you're welcome.
My name is Nicholas Kalisa.
My name is Paul Juko, aka Juxmon.
My name is Kenneth Richards.
Back to you guys. Recently there was a mudslide in Bududa. Bududa is a district located in the Elgon region, and this Bududa region is prone to different mudslides or landslides that can be called debris flow or something that flows with mud, and it ends up taking up people's property, lives, and different resources. And this it has affected us differently. So this is why we gather with my fellow youths to talk about it. As we gather now, we say we're here to bridge you in every part you are. We're here to connect to you, get your ideas, and bring them to the Gather channel to see what you can say. So to start up with, I think I can start up with the man in black. Kenny Chance. Tell me, what do you know about Bududa, and how has it? How did the mudslide conquer you as a person?
First of all, I first heard about Bududa in 2010. When we got the sad news of the first mudslides happening.
Yes, please.
And by then I was still in school. Yeah, I was in my senior 6.
If I recall that your mudslide happened on first March, October?
Well, I'm not well
2010.
with the property expert. Yeah, it must be around that time.
And took over 300 lives, and others died, others went ablaze with, well, they were nowhere to be seen.
So
it was such a calamity.
A sad moment for Uganda. So by then, I had not started working, but when I started working, I worked with the Bureau Coffee.
And your coffee.
That's the second time I heard about Bududa, because that's where we were getting our coffee from.
Yes. Yes.
So I knew the few people I met I traveled to. I got a chance to travel to Bududa in 2015. I traveled to Bududa with a few of my colleagues to go and do research about coffee in that region, because it is a very, very special region.
Which year was that?
It was 2015.
2015. Okay.
So yeah, basically that's how me personally I had a special bond with the people of Bududa because of the kind of business that we are conducting with some people in that area.
Okay, that's what you have, like that's what connects you to Bududa people or to Bududa land, the so-called Bugisu land. I'm imagining people in Bududa, I mean Bugisu, and these people rely on cultivating lands for their living. They grow crops. Most crops grown there, we have food crops which include beans, maize, and among the cash crops, as I told you, Kenny, there is coffee and cotton. So they rely on this to live, to get their living. Jokes.
Yes.
Joko. I'm sorry I've been calling you Jokes because that's your AKA.
Yeah, that's
what. Do you have a special bond with Bududa?
Actually, I don't have a special bond with those people, but in the last 2 weeks I've gotten to have some special bond.
Since they are brothers and
Yes,
sisters,
yes,
and they faced that calamity that took most of their lives. So you don't have any special bond, but in a few weeks you got in that special bond. Okay, and my journalist, you can tell me, do you have any special attachment to Bududa land?
Like he said, I think by that time I was still in school.
Yes.
So I came to know about Bududa via news and listening to radio. I didn't imagine maybe whether it was the first time or the second time, or I didn't get to know the time maybe it was happened. But then all I know, people died, people lost lives,
Which is
people
kitchen.
people got injuries, people lost property.
So sorry about that. So I think we have to dive into this directly, since we have gotten some views about their connection to Bududa. Tell him a little about Bududa. The calamity or the mudslide that happened in Bududa took place in Ukalasi sub-county, and in this Ukalasi we had to see over 60 people dead and others over 20 people were injured. And we're not sure whether there were very many. So to dive into the topic of that day, remember, it is how has Bududa mudslides affected the Bududa people and Uganda at large? So to begin with my left guy, Nicholas, how do you think that Bududa mudslides have affected Uganda and Bududa people?
My name is Nicholas, like I told you.
Yes.
So according to me, all the mudslides have affected Uganda in general.
In general.
Yeah.
So
this
how has it? Let me say, how has it affected in a way that economic way? Let's start with the economic way, because when you see Bududa or Ukalasi, let's be specific in Ukalasi, those people who are there grow coffee and cotton.
Yeah.
Plus some food crops that I told them earlier on in the first episode, or in the first segment. So this food is grown and is eaten by those people, and the rest is sold, besides coffee and cotton.
Yeah.
So how do you think that cotton or coffee reducing is affecting Uganda's economy, or the people themselves?
Yeah, thank you. So, like Uganda, we all know that Uganda's most cash crops is coffee. Because Ugandan coffee, worldwide, coffee that comes from Uganda has market. And now we see that some part of coffee is grown in Bududa. And now,
I think that's Arabica coffee major colors. Yes, I'm sure about that.
Yeah, Arabic coffee. So having had this problem of slides, all the coffee that is supposed to be got from Bududa, the government has no access to it.
Oh.
That's point number one. Then point number two.
Hold on there.
Yeah.
It has no access to that coffee that comes from Bududa.
Yeah.
In which way? Because I think if that coffee comes from Bududa, it's going to pass through different processes that it goes through the last part of it. Either it is sold when it is still in a bean state, or sold so that it is in a cup, because you've taken different types of coffees. So how do you say that the government doesn't get that coffee?
Look, when we talk about slides, simply we mean too much rains. Now, if the coffee is still in this bean state, it is still in the garden. And now slides have affected it. It is not yet ready. So both the farmer and the government are going to lose. How? It is going to be destroyed. And now the farmer won't have access to it because it's going to be destroyed. Okay? So it means here the government is losing many things. Both the farmer, the coffee, and revenue that is taxed on that coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll come back to you, Nicholas, and that was Nicholas's point. And to go on my right, Duke Ashraf, to you, what do you think that Bududa mudslides has affected Uganda? Okay. You can tell me in any way whether it has affected them economically, educational-wise, tourism-wise. That's all economic. So how has it affected Uganda? All the people do that.
Economically, these landslides has led to destruction of roads. Since the slides that have always been happening are destroying different roads, the different road networks in Bududa, meaning that these farmers, since they depend on agriculture, they can't extend their crops in the market, so it's leading to a backlog in the economic industry or something like that.
Yes.
That's one point that is leading, that has affected Bududa slides, that has affected people in Bududa, sorry. Another point is it has led to loss of property in crops, basic property like the daily things that we use in our lives. So I think when people lose property, it leads to the economy. Since some people can sell their things and exchange for what and what and what and what. As you know, Uganda, to be a area, people can sell their stuff for anything. So I think those 2 points, there are loss of property, destruction of road network, yeah, basically that.
Okay, thank you, Jibro. And going to my man, Kendall Chams, I want you to tackle this point in this way. Let's go to Waris. The Elgon region is a well-green nurtured area. It has different features that are very nice to see. First of all, the Elgon mountain. It attracts very many tourists from different parts of the world. And let's say these mudslides have washed away, or the debris have washed away these tourism features. How do you think they're going to affect us? Or they're going to affect Uganda?
Thank you very much. Amon?
Yes.
When you talk about tourism, tourism is broad. Tourism is broad, and especially in that area of Uganda. So, as I mentioned earlier, my first real encounter with the Bududa people was through coffee. And I was doing a coffee tourism, agriculture tourism, because I had gone there to see how these people cultivate their coffee and perhaps give them more knowledge and more skills on how to yield better products. See? So these farmers have been getting students from different agricultural institutes, like from Makerere, from different institutions in Uganda here, to go and do agricultural tourism. And these people have been paying some little money, however little it was benefiting the farmers, encouraging them to produce more coffee. And their coffee specifically is different from any other region.
Because of the soils?
First of all, it is because of the location, the altitude, their soils, very rich fertile soils. If you've been there, you can testify. Very rich. So, talking about how the farmers have been affected, first of all, you mentioned tourism, yeah?
Yes, please.
So,
and
because
I feel that perspective that I want you to tackle.
I feel like I cannot be limited to tourism because
you can make your points as a youth.
I feel the urge to point out more things that have really affected the farmers in Uganda in general. See, there's agricultural tourism, like I mentioned. There is revenue from the taxes that are collected from this coffee, because this coffee has traveled all the way to the United States. I'm telling you. Coffee from this region. I want to give you an example of Endiro Coffee. Endiro Coffee made a branch
in the US.
Yes. In Chicago, Illinois.
And actually, Endiro Coffee uses this kind of coffee from Bucalasis, Mataya, in different regions in the Elgon Valley.
Someone who has been enjoying a cup of coffee from Bucalasi will come to a Endiro coffee shop and they will not find it. And maybe, that is a loss to Uganda.
And maybe, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, and maybe this person, when he's coming for this cup of coffee, he will want to know, where does this coffee come from? You understand? So, which means he'll go to that specific place and the process is paying something.
Exactly. That is also tourism.
That's also
tourism.
Yes.
Because these people that no coffee, you're talking about the fourth wave of coffee. The fourth wave of coffee includes following the routes from which the coffee you are taking in your cup is coming from. So that is a big question in Ghana.
Let's not go about coffee too much. Let's go also about the food crops. Because these food crops that include beans, include maize, and matoke. Thank you. They generate a lot to these people. Because when you see the help that we're giving these people, they include maize, flour, beans, and clothes. We're so sorry for that. I shouldn't become emotional, but this was a very, very, very big problem in our country. Let's talk about these food crops. People are going black food. Yeah? In the process, these people, let's not even categorize them as people. We're talking about these young people. And they will end up coming to streets. You understand? Because they are looking for what to eat. And in the process, we are filling our country, or Uganda, with people from these affected countries, these affected regions. So, what do you think should be done? Now we're going direct to the solutions of the Bududa effects. What do you think should be done to hinge up this problem?
It's a very, very big problem. And if we don't get a solution for it, more lives are going to be lost.
Should we blame the government on this side?
You cannot blame the government, and you cannot blame the individuals as well.
How come you do that?
So, I think what should be done is the government should take more initiative to convince these people to move from these areas that are in danger.
There has been a tendency that people in this region, and this region rather, they have been so reluctant in leaving this place. Though the government has been saying that, guys, look here, we are citing this problem here. We might have something that may affect you. But these people, due to their ancestral lands, I may not blame the people, but I also blame the government that it's not putting proper measures where they're taking these.
Okay, you cannot blame the government so much.
So who should we blame? This is my question.
Listen. Okay, partially the government is blamed so much as well. So look at this. I've made a home in this region. I'm farming, earning my living on this land. I have my house. I'm having a life on this land. So you tell me to move from this land and go somewhere else where there is nothing. You have not given me money to build a new house. You are giving me a small piece of land to cultivate on. I don't know how productive that is going to be on my side. So starting a new life is always that. So people always think that these mudslides are going to pass.
So you're like saying we shouldn't blame anyone. Joe, who do you think we should blame? Should we blame the people who are refusing or who are saying that unless you put proper guidelines where we're going, yes, we're willing to live? And should we blame the government who's saying, no, we're going to use this force to see that these people are eventuated to be taken to the promised land, which is Bududa?
Okay. Nobody should be blamed on this matter. But what I think, what government should do, government should make enough scientific research, like to know when these lands are going to happen. Sorry, the mudslides.
Actually, to cut you off there, the research was made. The weather forecast was made, and these people were warned prior.
So they are aware of when the lands
exactly, but they had no better option. The government did not provide a better option. The government always comes out after disaster. That is the problem.
So you're saying we shouldn't. The government should put
enough scientific research to know.
But then the government will do this research. You understand? And we come out and tell these people that look, guys.
Next 10 days.
Yes, there is this sample. But these people see the other thing which happened, and we still here. But in the process, we're losing lives.
Yeah, as you know, home is always home. Migrating people just enjoy that. Something happened. All you old guys, it's not something difficult.
So you're saying the government should put up proper guidelines,
yes,
whereby they allocate, let's say, Nicholas is going to this specific land.
Yeah.
It's fertile, we give him this amount. Okay, they should give this person the due amount of his property that he had.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're saying. Nicholas,
Yes, yes.
I'm back to you.
Yeah.
What do you think that the government should do to eradicate such emotional and tragic things that happen to Uganda?
According to me, I think one of the ministries that we have in Uganda that is not serious is Ministry of Environmental Disaster.
And the
Because-
minister is
Yeah, sort of.
yes.
This is because the same thing happened in 2010.
Yes, and that was
And-
an amazing bill.
Yeah. And now it has again happened. We had the same president, the same cabinet. They saw what happened. They promised that they are going to transfer people from Bududa to any other place. When you're traveling, moving around in Western Uganda, we have a lot of bigger farms there that are free, no cows, no people, but then farms are there. When sunshine comes, day comes, night comes, but farms are there. Remember, those soils are fertile. They are owned by some people and even the government. For example, if you go in Chankwanzi, there is a place called Chenima. It is a very big place.
But is it big enough to accommodate these people?
Yeah,
Because we are saying that there are over 100,000 people that are expected to be evacuated. And these people are going to be evacuated in phases, which means over 600 families will be taken by each phase.
Yeah.
So with this land we're talking about, accommodate these people.
Yeah.
Wait,
According to me, I think the bigger number that is always affected are these people who are almost in the slopes of Bududa. That's according to how I see it. According to my view, I see that the government of Uganda has a problem, specifically the ministry concerned. Because it's not only the minister. The minister has, we have a cabinet minister, minister of state, we have an MP who is representing the place, we have LC chairperson in the district, we have other DCs there to know what is taking place. We have all these sorts of leaders in that region. It happened last time, and those people do not consider themselves to be God, that they know it will never happen again. You see?
because this region is prone to that.
Yeah. So what would have been done is that Uganda is known to be a big country in East Africa. Now, we have bigger countries like Kenya and Tanzania, but also we are bigger than Sudan, we are bigger than Burundi and Rwanda. You get my point? So if we are big and we have some of the, we have some land that is empty, why should the president get concerned?
The government says
Yeah.
to bought land in Lambuli.
Yeah.
This land is said to be and it's going to take this people. So which kind of land we should take these people? Or the government should take it?
According to me, I know Bulambuli cannot be enough for those people because we know they are cultivators and some of them are okay. Their mind is all about farming. And now, if you get some number of people and take them to Bulambuli, then get the other people and take them to Chankwanzi.
So you're saying
Yeah.
the government should distribute these people.
Yeah.
Let's specifically, they're saying we're taking them to Lambuli, all of them should be
Very good.
Let's
So-
take Lambuli. Let's take some people to Lambuli.
Yes.
Take some people to Chankwanzi. Take some people to Tiando. Right?
Yeah. So that, the reason that's why I'm saying like that is one. Let Bududa be one of the historical maybe sites in Uganda. If tourists come, they should go to Bududa to see the place which has ever experienced the slides, but with no people. Yet.
Funny enough, I'm like, I don't know that got your point well. you say, your point, the way you perceive it, you're like saying, we should use these mudslides or landslides in a tourism way, right?
Maybe what I was trying to say is, after evacuating all those people and taking to those places that we talked about, then let them do the same. If slides come, they should not find any human being there. Because now, people are dying time and again. And now, you won't keep on saying sorry.
Sorry.
For example, students who are in Kampala, they are here studying, their parents are in Bududa looking for money. And now the student who is here studying in Kampala is waiting for fees to be sent from village. And now slides come. The person, the parents and the whole family is dead. And now the person in Kampala is not done with the education, is confused, has been waiting for fees. And now all these problems of losing parents and family have come. That's when you're going to find people being so many in town, pickpocketing.
Yes.
Because they lost people in Bududa.
They don't have something.
Yeah.
They don't have something there.
Yeah, they don't have background there. Because now people are dead, and now this person is no longer having money to go back to school, nobody to help, the government is aware, but then they are not paying attention to these people.
Thank you, Nicholas. A few points you're making. There is one you're saying that it might increase high crime rate in the city if there are people coming from these villages. They don't have where to stay, they don't have what to do, so they might come into the city, have some crimes made. So, Juko, how should we sympathize in 2 minutes? How should we sympathize with the people in Bududa who have lost lives, who have lost property? Yeah.
Okay, like I personally, the university has different associations. That one that is named Macquarie University Academic Staff that came up with an initiative of collecting materials, monies, those things that people need in their daily lives. And we have been collecting them in these last 2 weeks, and we're going to deliver them there. Uganda Red Cross is still sorting out what is good and bad, and we shall deliver to those people. As well as my university has provided a degree with all the bachelors that specifically for that thing there, slides and Bududa. So I think that's a good start for those people.
That's so kind of thing. And do you think this relocation of people to Bulambuli district of Bulambuli is applicable?
Yeah, it is applicable, but it's a process. You cannot just wake up one day and tell people, go. As I told you, home is always home. I cannot just go visit that I'm on, go away. Yet you've been in that place for years and years. It will take a process. I'm not saying it's bad, but it will take a process. So government has to find better ways how it can convince people to live in place.
I would like
just a long process.
Mr. Dupo,
Yes.
you're talking about it's a process.
Yeah.
But then, which process, if you went to school, which process that lasts for 8 years, according to you, if you know any process, do you have any process that can seriously take long for almost 8 years?
It is in there, though. Okay, these people, they're not that very much educated or that. I'm not saying that they're all literate.
Oh, yes, Kenny, I'm coming back to you now. How do you think that we should sympathize with these people? And do you think that the relocation of these people to the Bulambuli land is applicable? What do you think? Because when we see people are refusing, okay, I mean, let's say people are refusing. Some people say, unless you do this for us, that we shall go. So do you think that this relocation is applicable? The government will be through with this?
I think it is possible. I mean, you are the government, you know.
People.
You are the government. What is impossible? People's lives are at stake here. You know?
Yes.
People are losing lives every day. I don't think anyone can see people dying and stop them from coming to seek refuge, even if it's your land. You know? At least it can be for a few years or something, but at least you cannot know that people have died and more people are at stake of dying anytime. And you say, no, you will not come to my piece of land. So I think something can be done. And I also think that the land in Bulambuli should not be laid to waste. Since much like that happened, we forget about it. No, it's a very fertile land. So I think the government should start doing agricultural projects in this land. Do critical analysis of the geographical area. See, plant more trees in that area. After evacuating everyone, of course. Do agricultural practices, agricultural research in that land, but when no one is a permanent resident in that area.
So you agree that the relocation of the children is applicable. It's very, very, very good.
Very, very good.
Okay, guys, I just have to let these guys have their last point. What they have to tell us last, in accordance with the mudslides that have been in Bududa. So now you can call it Aide. So Nicholas, what do you tell us last? What do you tell the people of Bududa? What's your message to the people of Bududa?
My message will be one. I would like to say this question to anybody watching the Gather channel, that whenever you're watching from, just ask yourself one question. If people from Sudan have got where to stay, if people, refugees from Congo or from Rwanda or from any other country in the world have got a refugee camp in Uganda, they have food, they have life, and they are living, why is it that people who are born in Uganda have nowhere to go? And those are the people from Bududa. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Nicholas. Juko, what's your last message to the people of Bududa and Ugandans who are watching plus all over the world?
Yeah, my last message to the people from Bududa is that you people, whenever you want of these lights, you should take control, you should respond positively, and more research what goes to these lights should be also be made. And yes, those are my last words. Research and responding positively to whatever you are being told to do.
Juko and my man Kenny, what's your last message to the people who are watching?
Well, there's no words that I can say that can express how sorry I am about what happened to the people of Bududa. What I can say is that it is never too late to start again. You see people come from Uganda and go to outside countries and start a new life. How about when you're still in Uganda, you can access your family, maybe a few who you've not lost in the mudslide.
Well guys, thanks for watching, and I appreciate these guys who have been on the show on the first episode of Gather Now. Now here's my take about the Bududa effect, or Bududa mudslides. Look, Bududa as a region is a long record landslide area. You understand? So if the government or the people who are in this capacity come out to say that, hey guys, look here, we're anticipating something that is so dangerous, it might take so much lives, so many properties, please, we just need to come in and be in partnership with the government so that you can face this challenge and go over it. And I'm happy that we have had this talk with my youths. We just need to watch in for another episode that is coming through soon, next week perhaps. Thank you for watching. This is Gather Now. We say